Okay, so the 0.6.0 update for Starship Troopers Extermination just dropped, and there's a lot to talk about. From the great to the absolute insane ridiculous stuff added or changed this time around. There was also a project lead letter I want to get to after, so stick around for it because it's not without its ups and downs as well. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? First, I would like for everyone to focus on the gameplay now showing. Do you see something odd? Something out of place? Something that should not be a thing in a co-op only game? Yeah. This needs to stop. Every time I see a cheater do this kind of thing, I run out of all will to continue on with the round, or play the game in general. I mean, how stupid can you be? To cheat with infinite ammo and instant reload in a co-op only game. Like, did you not get any love from your parents? Was there a mean girl in school today? Did your teacher ask you a question and you didn't know the answer and the other classmates mocked you? Well, good. I hope those are all true, plus some I can't say here on YouTube. Could we please have a cheater detection system that at the very least detects people that are doing this stuff and insta-kick and ban them? I don't think this is asking too much, am I? I mean, just have a look at what a player is doing, and if it's this kind of thing, just end their Vanguard career in one go, shall we? Then we have this, and here it's all on OWY. I praise them because it's very dangerous to spend multiple hours playing a game straight. You need to get up, move around, and stretch every few hours. The inclusion of this much of a broken mutator just says, take a break, go smell the flowers and get some vitamin D. Pitch black is so bad I just can't. Like, is this good gameplay to you? The flashlights do next to nothing and there's no light scatter. It's like playing in a very dimly lit tunnel against things that can see you, but you can't see them. Okay, hear me out here. All sight is based on light, and in pitch black, there is no light source. I mean, there isn't even light from a moon or even stars. So, maybe make the bugs blind too, in a way that the only way they trigger on you is if you light them up. That would be a little more interesting. Just have them kind of wander around to the sounds we make, and if they bump into us, then they aggro. Or just remove this very fun and enjoyable mutator. The last sentence, by the way, was said with enormous amounts of sarcasm, just in case you didn't notice. This is one very clear case of gameplay over mechanics. It's a mechanic so busted, it hinders almost all good aspects of the gameplay. Now, on to the previous curse of the game, SpeedStims. I was very happy they reduced its effect significantly, 1.5 times to 1.15 times boost in speed, and removed the stacking of the boost. However, it's broken at the moment and the duration also doesn't stack. So if you jam yourself with 3 stims, you only get the duration of 1. Keep this in mind when playing. Jab yourself once, and when the speed boost is about to end, do it again. I don't know if it's intended to make us waste stims, but I suspect it's an unintentional bug. Let's wait and see if it gets fixed, or they just keep it like it is. For my next trick, let's talk about the cosmetics and loadout changes that I found more pertinent. For cosmetics, it's fine. I never really cared much for it, but the players that do, they now have something to grind for. Decals, visor tints, or uniform colors. A good start. I honestly wasn't expecting flying unicorns or Federation fighters for the first time around, so yeah, it's fine. For the loadouts, however, there's some contentious stuff, but I just want to get it out of the way quickly. The GL sucks ass now, and is just a handheld catapult that shoots firecrackers at the bugs, so boo. The LMG seems to break in some instances and lose all stagger and pushback, basically not doing anything really. It's just too bad when it breaks, like you can see here. The third perk is contentious because it removes a little more of the risk-reward calculation when choosing which ones to run. Same for the extra utility. I mean, it means one bastion can take the deployable shields and the turrets, essentially becoming a god at holding a choke point. But with grenades, we only get 1. Now that makes sense. I can carry 3 shields and 2 deployable turrets up my ass, but an extra grenade tucked between my balls is just too much. Right. Now, let's talk about the new map. The great thing about it is, it actually feels like a different planet, not just some new part of the old planet. The bad part is, depending on where your drop area is, you might be in for a hellish ride. There's invisible walls everywhere, forcing hunters to be ground sniffers like the rest, because there are very little to no platforms to allow you to overwatch a larger area and be more useful. This also greatly hinders their capability to deal with patrols and makes their ability to jump jet pretty much completely useless in Agni Prime. The terrain is busted in many areas, creating bug traps where they just stay there and have a stare-off with the troopers. And don't get me started on the invisible lava rivers, especially the ones right next to the drop-off point or the extraction point. Granted, this was the round with the cheater in it, but it made me just give up, because it's just stupid. If the regular bugs can just cross over and be barely affected, then it should do the same as us. Plus, the hitboxes are just jank everywhere. Sometimes you are a few feet from it and get set on fire. Sometimes you're actually standing in them and nothing. Plus, the ones that don't show up as red and dangerous, that look like the rest of the map's now solidified cooled lava, but are secretly above the temperature of the surface of the sun and will insta-cook you. I get it. It's the lava world and it should do damage, but at least make the hitboxes clear and the visuals. If it's not glowing red, it should not burn you that badly or at all. Plus, there is no way you can make me believe the Federation would drop its vanguard, the elite of the mobile infantry, and not even give them heat-resistant boots, for fuck's sake. Quickfire round. New enemies are fine, shoot to kick is great, overall balance changes are acceptable, except maybe the cooldown reduction for bastions. Siege mode is too quick, maybe turn it up to 15 seconds instead of 10, to make players be a little bit more careful using it. The bonus XP is a nice thing to add, and the ammo changes for interaction, refill, and overall amount loaded into the turrets and that we can carry are decent. The last point about this kind of stuff before getting into the whole let-out thing is comms. It's pretty much still nothing. There's little to no incentive to even try to communicate with other players, because A, the rounds are stuffed with folks from all over the world, so it's useless to even try to learn a new language in a 15-minute round, and B, the game does everything for you. The ping system, while very useful to quickly point something out, also makes the lobby quiet. And while some enjoy that, the possibility to actually interact as a team is one of the things that makes Squad great, something I wish was more incentivized in this game. Now let's talk a little about the project lead letter. You should go and read it after this video if you haven't already, and I really only want to address a few things. With the engine update came a myriad of issues, and I'm glad to hear they're tackling it seriously to help stabilize what we can already play and improve the way things arrive to our screens in the upcoming updates. It's announced the deployment of a playtest realm, or PTR, for upcoming updates. Okay, 1. The game so far has already felt like a PTR, with the release of each update clearly being under-tested, and 2. Way to split a small player base even more. I am completely against this idea, and hereby state my clear protest for another decision that will make the game harder to play and harder to communicate. This should not be a thing for a game that can barely reach 1,000 concurrent players, divided by 4 game modes and 3 difficulties each. We are already split so far, it's nuts. This will only make it worse. Additionally, there will be a reset of all XP progression systems in the next bigger update, 0.7. So don't bother grinding to rank 100. Just play what you enjoy, but don't pay attention to the XP. It states they are reimagining and rebalancing every class, so grab your favorite prayer beads and hope it's good. Finally, some clearer news about Galactic War. It is for now set to arrive around the spring of 2024, and I for one am very excited for this new feature. From what I can see, it will be interesting and revolve around a push-pull war with the bugs, so hooray! And the final thing I want to point out is the company feature or clans. It's fine. People have already made discords and team up together, reducing even more the comms in the game, but it's fine. It was only a matter of time, and personally, I don't care. As long as it doesn't interfere too much with the game, it's totally fine. There is a lot to process here, but if I had to grade the update, it's a 5 out of 10. Some cool new stuff, some stuff was destroyed, and some stuff is just meh. I appreciate the letter and would like to wish the whole team a good 2 weeks vacation, holidays, Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever, and to come back fresh and hard after the new year. However, I can't help to express some frustration on another feature that will further spread an already small player base, and do not support the creation of a PTR for the purposes of testing new stuff. You are already doing it on what we have, and it's fine. It's in development, and everyone playing should understand it. Sure, we can get frustrated or angry or even wet at times. Giggity. But if people don't understand a game in development is meant to be buggy and unbalanced, to quote someone that wants to be a Martian, those players can go fuck themselves. How about yourself? What is your opinion on the update? Do you like the new map? Are there any other points of improvement you see in the game? Did you appreciate the project lead letter and are looking forward to the upcoming stuff like I am? Let me know in the comments below. Just please be respectful. Leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.